This channel was started only 11 months ago from complete scratch, and in the last 8 months, it's generated $68,000, all without using a team and legit having a content creation process that takes this channel 30 minutes to make a video from start to finish, which is crazy. And in this video, I'm going to be revealing their entire content creation strategy, their entire process, even down to showing you exactly how to make a video just like them from start to finish, step by step within this video. So you can quite literally just copy it and build a channel just like this. In fact, let's quickly calculate just how much money this channel made in the last month alone, just so you can truly understand how crazy their strategy is. So if we take a look at their Social Blade stats, we can obviously get a pretty good overview of exactly what their numbers look like. And in the past 30 days alone, just from making this video, they've generated 2.4 million views. And of course, Social Blade is not usually very good at actually accurately seeing how much money this channel is making. So let's actually do the math on our own. If we take 2.4 million views, and if we look at the channel very quickly, you'll notice that it's all long form videos. So all the views that they're getting is from long form content. It's not coming from short. So if we calculate, these views that we're getting, considering they're all from long form content, let's take 2.4 million views, and we want to divide that by 1,000 because the RPM that we're going to be using, RPM is based off the 1,000 views per 1,000 views. So obviously we want to get the number after dividing by 1,000, which this comes out to 2,400. And then if we multiply that by the average RPM within this niche, and I'm going to give you guys a very conservative number. It's probably much more than this, considering their videos are much more longer than 10 minutes, but let's just go ahead and say $3.50 is their RPM, which again, it's probably more than this, but let's just be conservative, which I already calculated it before this video, so it's already here. It comes out to $8,400, so equals $8,400 in the past 28 days alone. It's probably much more than this, but because we use a conservative RPM, that's the number that we got, which is still crazy. And what we can also do is actually show you, let me show you where I got this number up here that I put in the title, that $6,800. That's because it's the amount of views that they've gotten from since when they started their channel, specifically when they actually started to get traction, which was around 8 months ago. So I used the number 20 million and again, divided that by 1,000. And then after that, multiply 20,000 by 3.5 gets you around $70,000. And that's how much money they've generated in the past 8 months alone. Now, the other piece of context that I want to throw in here, because this is pretty important, these numbers that they got and the money that they made, they mostly kept as almost entirety profit. And the reason being is because the way that they've set up their content creation system, which I'll show you here, and I'll also show you exactly how you can replicate it, they did it without any team members, without any major expenses, with a content creation system that allows them to produce videos very quickly and also very cost effectively, almost to no cost at all. And you can see their views that they're getting on these types of videos. They're getting 700,000 views on one of their top performing videos, which equates to around $2,500, 380,000, which equates to around $1,400, 350,000, which equates to around $1,300, 305,000, 1,200. You get the gist, right? They have a content creation system. They're pumping out content. The content works, and they're just printing money. So now that we've taken a look at all the numbers and we've realized obviously how crazy their numbers are in terms of money, let's actually go into their channel right now, take a look at their content so we can analyze their content creation process, their thought process, their actual strategy, and just how simple their method is. So I have their channel pulled up here, and again, I'm just going to go to the latest videos. And the first thing that I want you guys to notice is just how much content they're actually uploading. And I also want you to take a look at the fact that they obviously have 70,000 subscribers only starting 11 months ago, and they've uploaded 404 videos. And I'll be very honest, that is a lot of videos, but that was only possible because they just made their content creation process so simple. In fact, let's actually jump into one of these videos very quickly so I can show you exactly what they're doing within their video. So jumping into their video, and I will also throw this out there, with this channel in specific, this creator is choosing to show his face. Now, in his older videos, he wasn't doing that, okay? He wasn't showing his face at all. He just recently started doing this, and I'm assuming that's just because maybe he wants to make it much more personal branded, which is his choice. But the thing that I want to clarify to you guys is you can still do this completely faceless. And I'll also, again, here in a second, be showing you exactly how I would do it faceless and also how he did it faceless before just recently. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at his content so we can see exactly what he's actually doing in these videos.
We're going to start.
Scott, is Trump amping?
The data goes against
everything he just said there. And I said,
Okay, so as you can see, the content that he's making is what's called a commentary style content strategy. Now, this is also the same strategy that my no team strategy is built on that I mainly teach my clients. So I know this strategy pretty well. And also, the main reason I'm using this channel as an example for this YouTube video is because I know exactly what he's doing. But it is very smart because it just works so well. Quite literally, all that he's doing within this YouTube channel is just simply finding source clips that have gone viral, that has a ton of attention, and he's just reacting to it. Right? This is basically exactly what he's doing. He's basically just finding topics that have gone viral already and just reacting to them to also get that same virality that that video already got. Now, it's kind of genius because he's just sort of taking advantage of something that's already proven to get views and still adding a unique element. So at the end of the day, it's original content. And compared to, shooting in the dark and trying to come up with your own viral topic, like you are already picking viral topics, just simply adding more to them to, add a different commentary, add a different opinion with specifically this niche and the ones that I mainly help my clients with, which is the political niche. It's genius because people love political opinions, people love politics, and you can count on politics, especially in the USA and the USA-based audience, on getting a ton of views. And also another tidbit that I'll throw out there that not a lot of people think about is because this is mostly United States politics, which is most of what these topics are, he's also naturally going to attract an American audience, which if you know anything about YouTube, that's what makes the most money in terms of monetization. So that's another little tidbit that I'll throw in there as insight as to also part of the reason why this channel is so successful and also probably why the RPM I gave you before was a bit conservative. And the final thing that I'll throw out there is how quickly this guy can produce videos because he's just reacting to a bunch of these topics. Like once you learn how to do it, it doesn't take long to do. So he's able to pump out usually like 1, 2. There was even a point, because I've been following this channel for quite a while, there was even a point where he was doing 2 to 3 videos every single day, just because this strategy allows you to pump out content. You're basically a content machine, which obviously combining the fact that you have a strategy that has virality, and then you combine that with the fact that you can post a bunch of content, it's a formula for success. You have virality, you can pump out as much content as you want. Guess what that's going to equal? Shouldn't be too much of a shock, a ton of views, which of course means a lot of money. And as mentioned, this is also one of the same strategies that me and my clients use when it comes to my no team strategy. So you can take a look at the results that me and my clients have seen so you can get a better understanding of how crazy this strategy can be if you know how to do it right. All right, so now that you understand how crazy this channel is and how well this strategy can work, let me actually show you the exact step-by-step process that you can follow to make content just like them with the same style, without showing your face, with a commentary style, without a team, all while doing it within that sort of 30 to 40 minute time frame. So let's just dive into my computer right now and show you. All right, so let's actually go ahead and show you how you can make a video just like him step by step. And in fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally find the exact video source clip that he used to make one of these videos, and I'm just literally going to show you me making the same exact video just to show you how simple it is. So just scrolling on his channel right here, we can go ahead and just use one of these examples. For example, let's use this one with Abby Phillip and Ben Shapiro, which will probably make it pretty easy to find the source clip. So what you want to do, obviously find your competitor's channel. For example, with this video specific, let's say we want to recreate this video in specific. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna look up both of these main characters. Of course, in order to find this source clip that he's using in this video to commentate on, and that's what we're trying to find right now, we want to obviously just use some keywords, which is probably the 2 main figures in this video. So let's just go ahead and type in Abby Phillip, Ben Shapiro, and then search that up. And then it should, if we just start searching around, yep, there's CNN, which this is a CNN clip that I believe he is using. Yeah, it's a CNN clip that he's using, which is, I believe, this
The body scanner
exact
reveals
clip.
the
Once this ad plays, let me actually check in the middle of this clip, like the main characters, what they look like, what they're wearing, which is that, and then also them. So once this ad plays, which we'll let it play, and if we jump within this video, we see that they're wearing the same exact stuff, and it's literally also these same characters that we're obviously seeing in this video, which if we jump to here, for example, you can literally see we just found the source clip in 1 minute. So now that you've found the source clip, what we want to do is we want to copy the link and we want to use a tool that's called 4K Video Downloader, which is basically just a YouTube video downloader that downloads YouTube videos extremely quickly. So you look up 4K Video Downloader, and it should be the very first one. Download this application, and it's basically just going to allow you to download the YouTube video. And it's basically just going to look like this, and then you can paste the link of the YouTube video the YouTube source video that you just found, and then it should just quite simply just download the video. Cool thing about this as well is you get 10 daily free downloads, which is obviously plenty for most of you. So while I'm waiting for that to download, I'm going to mention the other most important tool that you're going to need in order to be able to make a video just like him, which is an application called Descript. Now, this is basically a AI video editor. Now, it doesn't necessarily have an AI that edits the video for you, but it uses AI to make the editing process, and especially with the process of making this person's video just, very quickly and easily and within that 30 to 40 minute time frame goal that we've set, it just makes it very easy. So what you want to also do is download Descript, because this is the application that we're going to be using to be editing and putting together this exact commentary style YouTube video. All right, so now that you have the video downloaded, you have Descript downloaded, what you want to do is you want to go into Descript, click create a new project, click obviously video project, go into here, and you just want to simply upload the video that you downloaded. And then once it's downloaded, what Descript is basically going to do is it's going to do a full transcription of the source clip, and just give you a bunch of resources that we're obviously going to use to make this video. So as this video is downloading, what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously review this quick video that we're trying to basically replicate, make the exact type of video, just to again show you how simple it can be. What he does is he has this, I guess, first 30-second period where he basically foreshadows what the video is going to be about, a lot of the hot parts of the video, which, to be honest, and I always tell my clients this, you don't really need to do this. You certainly can, and obviously, yes, it might benefit your channel in terms of just adding suspense to your videos, which can be helpful, but it's certainly not required. But if you did want to do that, honestly, it is pretty simple to do. You obviously just want to go into your video, find the most exciting parts, the parts that, again, of course, that you want to foreshadow, and you basically just want to split a clip of, wherever that may be, and of course duplicated it. So you can just basically copy that specific clip that you want to add to that foreshadowing scene, and then just paste it at the very front right here, just like this, and then boom, you have that clip that you just cut up, the same one here. You pasted it at the front, and you can just basically gather all those clips very quickly, copy them, cut them out, paste them, boom, boom, boom. And then once you've done that, you can just simply select the clips that you want to change in terms of that black effect. So for example, let's just use this clip as an example. And what you can do is click here, click these three dots, and then basically go to saturation and just turn it all the way down, hit enter, and that should save it to basically give you this dark effect. And then of course you can sort of add that text that he has with coming up, ... move that around, put that somewhere where it can look nice, and boom. Again, you basically get the idea. It really isn't that difficult to do, especially with the way that he set this up. You can, once you know how to do it, you can get it done within 1 or 2 minutes. So that's exactly how you do that initial intro part. And when it comes to the actual commentary, we actually pause this to commentate. Again, what we can do is we can just do this in a way where we just don't need to show our face, and we can just do it with the source clip itself. So let me show you exactly how you can do that with Descript. So what you want to do is actually find the part that you want to pause in. Let's say you're a freaking, at this point, you want to pause, add your opinion, add your commentary. What you can do here is you go down to this part where if it's not showing the same, you want to obviously increase this bar so you can see the audio part. Then what you want to do is you want to double click and click this, what's called add a freeze frame. And once you've added the freeze frame, it's basically just going to freeze this image. So allows you just to basically have an image that you can then commentate over. And then what you want to do is you want to remove from script. And then I like to make this smaller so it's easier to see, and then move this image to the left, put it basically on the side, and basically this is an empty section where this is basically you're going to want to add your commentary. So what you want to do is you want to start at the very left here, and then you see this record button. What you can do is you click this record button and add your commentary, whatever opinion that you want to add to the specific video. You basically just click record and you add that opinion. Now, unfortunately, I can't record right now because I'm using my mic to record this YouTube video, so it's not really going to work. But obviously, most of you guys should have no problem with just clicking record and then obviously recording your audio. and then putting that in. Now, I do also have a strategy where I use AI to allow me, my clients specifically, to be able to have AI basically tell us the exact commentary that's going to keep the viewer engaged and just makes that process even more automated, which I would be happy to make another YouTube video on. If you wanted me to do that, you can let me know in the comments. But you can also just simply add your own opinion here. Just obviously watch the clip beforehand, watch the context of the clip, and then add your genuine opinion of what you believe, you agree, disagree, and your reasons why. But basically, once you add your audio, then what you can do is you can move this freeze frame over that gap and make it as long as you need, depending on how long your audio is. And once that's put together, you basically have a full video, and then obviously it comes to a pause and the viewer still has something to look at, which is the freeze frame, which you can see like is basically just the still image of where you paused, where of course they're just going to be hearing your voice and your commentary. And then of course you just basically do that for the rest of the clip, wherever it makes sense to add pauses, wherever it makes sense to add commentary. And the other thing that I'll have you notice is this person used this 3-minute source clip, almost exactly a 3-minute source clip, and turned it into a 16-minute video, which is obviously crazy, but that's sort of what you want to do. You obviously want to make the video over that 10-minute mark. And also you want to add enough commentary to make the video a unique video. So it is important that you keep that in mind when you're obviously making this video and you're adding your commentary. You want to actually add long enough commentary, actually add a unique element to the video for the sake of actually making a long enough YouTube video. Depending on the source clip, of course, it might be different if you have a longer source clip. And also more importantly, making sure that your video is unique and allowing you to build a brand. But that is basically it. You basically just add your commentary, and then of course you can also do an outro, which you can look at his channel or other examples of these types of channels and see how you can go about that. But that's basically it. To make a full prone YouTube video, you can do this once you learn how to do this, literally within a 30-minute time window. You find the source clip, download the source clip, upload it to Descript, add the commentary. You don't even need to do the start part where, you have freaking these recaps or coming up. I personally don't do that on my channels, nor do a lot of my clients. Some clients do, but you don't need to. You can just literally hop into commentary, commentate throughout the video, and you have a video done. And once your video is done, download it, upload it, get a thumbnail done. You can either hire someone to do that or you can use AI. I have sort of 2 strategies around that for my clients in specific. Get a well put together video title rather, which you can also just look at your competitors so you can sort of obviously see how he does them. He does a very good job where he basically puts the key characters and also uses very strong keywords like cornered Ben Shapiro into humiliation, which obviously is very, exaggerated, but that's sort of what you want when it comes to YouTube. Put together a good title such as this one and launch. Click upload and start working on your next video. You just keep rolling out content, turn your channel into a content machine with viral prone topics that didn't take you really any money to make, very minimal money to make, and they're all viral prone, literally ready to get you hundreds of thousands of views and generate you thousands of dollars. So there you have it, folks. Literally a step-by-step process to replicate this exact channel that I gave you that's making $10,000 a month and made $68,000 in the past 8 months alone, almost pure profit with this strategy. So hopefully you actually understand how simple this can be and how crazy it can be if you just apply it correctly. So go out there, roll out some videos like these, use and take advantage of this strategy. So not only can you replicate the results this channel saw, you can do even better. And if you were curious with what I can help with and sort of who I am, I'm Abdul or Clove. I'm the owner of the Instagram at YouTube Clove, which has been running for 4 years. I've been in the YouTube space quite a while, worked with hundreds of clients, and now mainly push something called my No Team strategy, which is basically me teaching people and showing people and helping people build channels just like these, channels that don't require a team, channels that allow you to post and have full control over your channel, and allows you to start and scale channels just like the ones that I showed you on a consistent basis. So if you are interested, you're free to send me a DM on Instagram and also check out my 4 years worth of just, results, things that I've posted on my Instagram. Again, I've been doing this for a while. And I'll also link my website in the description below. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll be answering any and all comments as well. Hopefully this video was valuable. Go out there, take advantage of this, and we'll see you guys in the next one.